All all right. Welcome back to the Legendary Action Podcast. We're not finna we finna do this a little different, honestly, as far as how we finna approach the whole aspect of it all. Of course, we have to talk about. Hey, Andre,
Good.
Hey, he getting
you
ready. He
good
getting
now?
ready.
Yeah.
Let him get ready.
Nah, my bad, man.
So what we're gonna start off talking about is Black Lives Matter. All right, and since we didn't do a podcast last week, this shit just been festering inside me as well. Cause I just wanna just go on social media and just hit the streets and running with it. But sometimes it comes off as anger and things of that nature. So I just refrain from even posting anything, right? Not or very little. But
That's why you got this platform, brother.
true. And I just wanted to be a better way to articulate what I'm thinking and saying and all that jazz, right? So every time I'm presented with something like an opposition of something, like a different opinion, I try to understand, where they are coming from and whatnot, right? But this was good for me too to just do more research and as far as seeing what other people are saying on the opposite side, as far as like saying all lives matter, which I get what they're coming from by saying all lives matter, because obviously everybody's life fucking matters. That should go without being said, but you should understand that why people are saying Black Lives Matter is because we are getting killed at a higher rate, okay? And then you can also go into the whole systemic racism portion of it all, but they're not ready to have that conversation about it, because I've seen a lot of people just talk about it as if slavery ended X amount of years ago. That should be it. All that talk about what they did afterwards to try to put us down, still they think that we should have, like, it's a lot of different things, as far as like they get like token Black people and saying, you shouldn't be lazy, you should be able to just work hard and be all right. And I'm a fine example of it. And yes, it's white people that's doing that, and it's there's a couple Uncle Toms that are doing that same thing as well, which I don't really understand. Like, yes, in some cases, some people don't really experience racism in a way, or unfair treatment or of any sort, right? But you can't sit there and tell somebody that's dealing with this shit and saying, shut up, just work hard, get through this, because it's like the system is in place to put us down. And I don't understand how someone can't possibly see that, is my problem with it all. Like, I can sit here and look at everything that you're saying, as far as, I don't even get the whole aspect of people saying white people get killed more by cops than Black people. Yes, that's a true fact, because there's more white people in the United States. Duh. But if you look at because I don't even want to do numbers and stuff like that, because that's like boring and people don't want to fucking listen to numbers anyway. But as far as like, we are getting killed at a higher rate and we have less people. So it's like, how do you ignore that? No, you like, I honestly think you just don't give a damn. And that's okay. You don't necessarily have to tell me that you don't give a damn. It's pretty evident that's how you feel. And in a way, like, when I, get to that, level of thinking that, okay, they don't give a damn about us, then what should we do from there? We should be like, fuck them. We're going to fuck them up. We're going to see them in the streets. And, that does feel good at the moment. And don't get me wrong. Like, you just want to see people that don't understand the value of life. But that's not going to fix the issue. It's like, I can sit here and get mad. It won't change anything. What I want to be able to do is convey the thoughts and feelings of people that don't necessarily have the right platform to be able to speak on these matters, and try to get you to understand that. But it's like people don't care if it's not nothing to do with their life. then fuck it. They just go about their own lives. And I'm gonna get off my high horse and, you know, deviate out to y'all. If y'all have anything to say, you know, by any means.
Okay,
You got it.
now go ahead.
No, you got it.
My issue with it is it's not that they don't see it or they're blind to it. There's no way in hell you live in the United States and you blind to racism. It's too much media, TV, any type of social, any type of living arrangements you have, you gonna see racism. It's that they don't care. That's all that is. They just don't care. And like you said, Jack, it don't affect them. It doesn't. But in a way, the death of black people, how black people treat the United States affects everyone. Think about how much money black people put into the United States alone. How much money we put into all these white men's pockets. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can say that for every race, but we put in billions of dollars a year alone just off of what we purchase from clothing lines, anything of that sort, cars, all this stuff. Like, this is what black people, like, we do that all the time. And then if you want to talk about how they say white people get killed more than black people, think of, okay, how do white people get killed? You know what I'm saying? They're not getting chased down the street getting killed. They're not getting choked in the middle of the street. You can't bring up one time in the news that I seen some shit like that. But that's how we're getting killed. Because if that was the case, if it was that big of a deal, how come white people ain't saying, why are white people getting killed like this in the United States? Because most of the time, I don't care what nobody say, it's justified when I see a white person get killed, for the most part. Now, people can take that how they want, but that's just what it is. Now, when I see a black man land in the middle of the street with a white man knee on his neck, how is that justifiable? It's not. So, as a black man, and I see how people are protesting and rioting, now, to be honest, I'm not a fan of the rioting, because at the end of the day, if I'm working at Target and this is my only source of income and you come and fuck Target up and I have a family to take care of, like, you basically taking out of my kid's pocket. I mean, my kid's mouth. So I have an issue with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about black people and stuff like that, but I gotta feed my family. So when I they definitely saw all this shit in Atlanta and how they was looting in Atlanta and these black businesses, I felt the way about it. Like, Atlanta is the home of the black people. If you want to pick a spot in the United States, that's the last place I feel like we should have been looting. But I can't tell somebody how to react to certain shit, because that's not my business. You react how you react. You're a different person. I wouldn't loot. I wouldn't loot. That's just me. But the peaceful protest, that's fine. I get that. I think that's amazing. You know, I like to say it's about time, and I would like to know, as far as what, I asked a question to my friends the other day, like, what took so long for us to do this? And why is all these white businesses starting to have our back all of a sudden? You could have did this shit after the Eric Gardners or the Sandra Blands of the world and all that shit we was talking about.
Those cops got off of it, though.
I know, but I'm right. But how much did we invest in Sandra Bland as a black community in Texas?
You know what the difference is, though?
What?
The rioting.
They didn't see it?
Right. No, you hit them.
The rioting.
Right. But I'm saying, now, how come we didn't riot after that? Why did we riot after this? Like, what was the difference?
I think the difference this time is because of the COVID, that everybody's at home and they got time on hand. They don't, like, a lot of people are not, yeah.
I got time today.
Yeah, like, people are not working. They're at home. Okay, now I can invest my energy and time in my day to contribute to this cause and protest. And then you do see a lot of people talking about, you know, the right ways or the wrong ways to go about protesting, which honestly, they need to shut the fuck up, because every time we do any kind of protest, they say that's not the right way to do it. It's not the right way to do it. Well, then what's the right way to do something?
Right. What's up?
Because
To
when
go
we
to
do
the
peaceful
state capitol.
protests, just like for all the people that were killed beforehand, it was all peaceful shit.
Mhm.
It didn't get shit done. Like it didn't get these cops convicted or anything like that. It just made people just like, ain't no way you could just like, you see the footage, ain't no way you could just get off on something like that. It just like it was like a message in a way. And so once the rioting hit, that's when it's like, oh, they mean business.
For real.
Right.
Because if you no justice, no peace.
Right. And I think, and it might sound crazy for me to say this, but as much as a Black people we protested, I think what kind of took us over the edge as far as getting convictions and all that were known white people. These white businesses, like doing a little blackout on Instagram and basically like saying they're gonna do this and do that. Like
I think that woke up. I think the rioting woke them up.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the next business getting my shit kicked in.
Right.
So let me get ahead of this. Let me put out this statement saying that I stand in solidarity with you. Because if I don't, I know you're gonna kick my shit in. And back to your statement, Jack, about the right and wrong way to protest. That's bullshit. Because when it was their time to protest and they wanted to be done with the quarantine shit, they were on state capitol with their fucking ARs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We do some shit like that? Come on, man.
Oh.
We wouldn't live to tell a story?
Exactly.
Nuts.
Yeah.
And then like going back to what I said about the fuck did I say? Damn, never mind, Jack. It'll come back to me.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Have y'all seen the video? Like, I seen the video on YouTube actually today, where I seen it a couple of times before, where there was a white man and he said, "I have $100," and he had the whole row of like students, all different races, all different colors, and then he was like, "I'm gonna ask you a series of questions. If these questions pertain to you, take one step forward." Everybody was going to race to the finish line. If these questions pertain to you, you take one step forward. And he proceeded to ask questions. Did you live in a 2-parent household? Did your parents, basically showing that there's white privilege in America. And he told them, hey, look back. If you don't understand that you were giving a head start in this, in the United States, then you're a fool. Which I was like, yes, you are absolutely correct. Then he proceeded to say, if I started y'all all back on the same line, I guarantee some of these black athletes would dust y'all in the smoke. And I was like, okay, yeah, that is true as well. So what that meant to me was, hey, if we was all on the same starting line, we would be, in my opinion, I think we are anyway, the top of the top, the tip top. So that just put in like a different perspective for me all the time. Like I go back and watch that video all the time because it's just like, okay, I got to teach my boys a different way of thinking. I got to teach my daughter a different way of thinking to survive literally in this world. And I don't like it, but that's what we just have to do as a people.
I know a video you talking about, TJ. That came out a couple of years ago. And
yeah, it did.
I think the first time I watched it, it brought little tears to my eyes. Like
it sent a chill down my spine.
Yeah.
Like literally, like damn, bro. Like, and me sitting here now. I'm in the military. All this, I got my bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? I could be doing better. I could be doing worse. But as of right now, I'm doing way better. So it's as of from where I grew up from.
Mm-hmm.
But there are people in the world that is not so fortunate as me, and I'd be damned if my kids are not going to be fortunate or anything like that. And that's another thing. The white people have built foundations for themselves and for their kids along the years, back from the Great Britain times and everything like that. being brought over, we did not have none of that foundation or anything like that. So I feel like now we're trying to get that foundation of, hey, listen to me. Y'all wasn't listening to us before. Now you're going to listen to us now because of, hey, we got the energy and we got the time because this COVID shit, hey, nobody's going to listen to us, but now they are going to listen to us. Yeah. That's just, I don't know.
Jack, you see the time limit?
Yeah, I saw it, yeah.
All right. I didn't make sure I wasn't tripping. Maybe it'll boot my ass.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that's about. I guess it's a time restriction on Zoom, which is why. But
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get my
yeah, man. Like I don't get how they can see. Look. I try to make it as simple as possible as far as explaining things to like whomever.
You can't explain it to them.
Slavery happened, right?
Right.
We were helping them to progress their lives and their family. But we was getting the scraps, the bare minimum, everything. Eventually, slavery ends, right? And now we're trying to get started on, our own people, our own lives, and they just put laws in place to try to put us down, keep us down.
Continually.
And like, I don't understand how you cannot understand that.
How do you recognize what the pain or the plight of African American people in America, bro?
Because they've been brainwashed to think that they were better than us. That's the reason why. After all of it, they were literally brainwashed.
And relearn some equality.
They don't, especially like I like the Generation Z's. Y'all seen the videos where they putting they grandmas and grandpas and fathers putting them on blast.
Yeah.
Like
it's great.
They
like
don't care.
It's cool. Like I remember seeing a white girl do some shit like that, where she was talking to her mom and her dad, and the parents was thinking that Black people are just thugs, and like I'm like, what the fuck have you experienced in your life where you think every single Black person is a certain way or anything like that? Like I don't understand how you can have that mindset. I don't give a damn if you're an old person and you stuck in your ways. You got to be able to be receptive to knowledge and understanding. So
I don't even think they experienced anything personally, but this shit was just taught to them, bro. This was just.
That's what I'm saying. It was just
taught to them, bro. You can't tell me all these people have had bad encounters or just traumatic experiences with Black people that has, scarred them or instilled this kind of hate in their heart for them to want to pass it on to generation to generation. You know what I'm saying? This is just, it's time to unlearn that crap, man, and relearn that where we need to go takes true fairness and equality, bro.
They're not about to do that.
This country could be so much more.
It could be
so much fucking more. That's why I could truly sit here and if it did go in that direction, I could be proud and saying like, we're number one. Even though we America in general is arrogant as fuck about where our place in this world is. Like going around saying we the number one this, number one that, number one this, number one that. I don't really rock with that statement because you can't rectify the things you've done. You're just like, let me just sweep it under the rug. Y'all won't notice it. It just, we're just gonna move forward from it. Like, it's just like, it's like disrespectful at the same time. Like, I can't acknowledge that we did this, but it happened. But we just gonna say, get over it. Get over it. And for the white people that's out there that has that mindset, like, why can't you just listen?
They don't want to. They don't care to listen.
Yeah. Hey.
What do you think would happen if all the racist old white men in the world said, you know what? We're going to end this racism and we're going to let everything be equal. What do you think?
First of all,
I'm asking the question. Like, what do you think would happen? They not going to, bro, look, let me tell you something. They not going to get that up.
I think before we had that conversation, how do we even get to that? How do we get there?
We won't be there ever because
You
of the
can't.
KKK.
My thing is, it gets to a point to where it's not for black people to teach them about how bad is race. They have to learn this shit on their own. It's got to be that either them individually or some. What's my old white lady name? That be I can't think of her name. I'll bring it back. I'll come back to that. But is this something they gotta learn their own, man? Because we've been trying to teach them for how many years now? You can't. It's just like trying to lead a horse to water. You gonna do that shit so much, man, until they gotta want to do that shit on their own. It's not for us to teach. It's not. It's not that they're not ignorant to it. They just don't care.
Yeah.
It's called white privilege. That's what it's called.
It does a nigga's ass.
Yeah, okay.
So dumbass.
But
I think,
like I said, everybody is entitled to their own opinion, but their opinion literally, if there's evidence, like legitimately evidence that debunks your opinion, then shouldn't that change? It should change, but they don't want it to change. They just want to be right because of how they was brought up. Well, I mean, like you're not going to be able to like change their like. You're not going to be like you can do this like drill it in their head all goddamn day, but they're not going to like they're not receptive of it at all.
Yeah, and then the thing about it, they don't even have a valid reason to hate it. They don't even know why.
Exactly.
Just like Tev said, they don't have no trauma in there. Like, oh, I got held up by a black person. Oh my God, I got robbed.
That's what they would bring up the whole welfare thing. I'm like, y'all are on welfare more than black people. I don't.
Yeah, they just want to blame like I give you a perfect example. That dude, I showed y'all the video of that dude that shot the bow and arrow through the crowd, right?
Oh
Did
yeah.
I show you that video? It was the old man. He was like, all lives matter. He had a bow and arrow. He took out a bow and arrow and shot that shit through the crowd. And he got his ass fucked up, right? He like, then this motherfucker go on news. He was like, yeah, I got jumped by 2 black men.
All white people.
I was just like, I was like, bruh, literally, I had to go back to that video. I'm like, maybe there was a black person. Maybe he just saw that. I was like, bruh, you can't blame us. Like, you can't blame us for that. Just like with the riots. You can't blame us for that. Man, I saw spray paint on a cemetery. You're going to blame black people for that shit? Black people are the most superstitious people in the world. And you're going to say a black person went to the cemetery and spray painted on somebody, boy, you don't get the fuck out of here with that dumb shit. No. They just want to blame. I feel like they just want to have a person to blame so they just look better, which is fine. I really don't give a fuck. Because like I said, I feel like we're just going to come out on top eventually, or we're just going to overrun them. I don't know. That's just how I see it. Maybe not in my lifetime, but eventually. My children's children are going to be the ones that do this.
Just in case this does cut off within a minute, I just want to, cap this whole conversation over with the rioting aspect. Look, you do what you got to do, all right? But if you're going to go out there and riot, be smart about it. Or loot.
Be careful.
Like, I've seen a picture the other day of a series of pictures of everybody not covering their face. Like, this is not me condoning, going out there and robbing and stealing and all that stuff. But if you do, why would you go in there with, your face all open and the same clothes you probably going to wear the next day? Like, just be smart about the things you do.
Jack, I was about to say something.
As we were rudely interrupted by Zoom, we are now resuming. We did a little extra more talking and about the matter of everything, honestly. And I think we beat that beat the head on a horse or some shit like that?
Yeah.
No? Yeah.
Beat the dead horse?
Yeah, there you go. Beat the dead horse.
Beat the head on the horse.
That's a different one, bro. I'm gonna start using
Hold
that
up,
one,
bro.
Jack.
I don't even know. Yeah, bro.
You started something, Jack.
Yeah, you know, I'm here for it. Darius, can you say something?
What's up? I was waiting for y'all to get done talking. I didn't want to interrupt.
I
It
figured.
was pretty heated.
Now, before we even get into anything, everybody, this is Darius. Darius.
Good.
Yeah.
What's up?
What up, Mike?
Now, I need to ask you, what the hell is Java?
Oh, Java is an intergalactic gangster. Java the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
I like it.
Ain't they racist though?
Who,
Star
Java?
Wars?
Actually, he was a minority, so he was an alien. So I mean, like,
Hey. But
I like it.
I don't know. It was something that came out with Star Wars recently. I forgot the black actor's name. But as far as they were promoting the Star Wars movie in like somewhere in like Asia, and they removed him off the cover of the movie title or whatever, because they racist over there too when it comes to black people. So they did something along those lines, and they ran with that for a little bit. But I'm just throwing that out there. I ain't mean to steal away your thunder or nothing like that.
it wasn't no thunder. You just try to make it like it that way, brother.
No, I just want to share it.
Nah, I mean, that's them. That's that.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
No.
Yeah, you missed out the first half of it all, but we was talking about everything that's regarding black. But what we're gonna get into now is the NBA. It's making a comeback.
Yeah.
That's stupid, in my opinion.
Go on that.
I like it.
Go on that.
I like devil's advocate. Please explain.
Listen, man. They're going to whoever win. Like, all right, let's just say anybody but the Lakers that win, they'll praise them. The moment that LeBron win, they're going to literally just shoot down LeBron. Oh, it didn't count. Everybody had a break. They only had a little playoff. It's like you might as well just eliminate the season and just continue on, because October is around the corner. Like the summer is going to happen. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Like the juice is already squared, so don't try to squeeze any more out of the fucking. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make any point to me.
It's gonna be an asterisk by whoever wins it. I think people are always gonna put an asterisk by this season, bro. Whoever wins this, whether it's Brian or anybody, they're gonna put an asterisk.
I don't understand why it has to be an asterisk though,
I
because
don't understand it either.
they all like these 22 teams. They get a fair chance to play in these games and compete. The other teams that's not in it, they sorry. That's why they're not in it.
I'm talking about the narration that's going to come.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to even say the Lakers, but I just threw it at something ideally with the Lakers and LeBron.
Mm-hmm. You're all right though.
Yeah, even with the big stars like Kawhi or any big titled name that's always on Sports Center, they're gonna have somebody talking negative about that team winning.
Of course,
that's just my opinion.
All the time.
So you might as well just go for the next season and continue on. As sadly as it sounds.
I think if you can't put an asterisk by this season because everybody's going through the same thing. You know what I mean? Like everybody's had to deal with the pandemic. So it's not like, only, I don't know, half the league dealt with the pandemic and the other half of the league didn't. And then, it's nothing like that. We all every team dealt with the pandemic, and, some people were better, prepared than others. So, I mean, like that's, I don't think there should be an asterisk by it. You know what I mean? It's going to be different, but there shouldn't be an asterisk by it, man. Championship. I'm a Laker fan, but I don't like LeBron. But, I'm not going – I couldn't, nobody – yeah.
Why don't you
like LeBron?
I'm not used to know.
I'm just not a fan of his game. I respect him.
What's wrong with his game? I'm trying to
He's a
figure
great
it out.
player. It's just that shit ugly, bro. It's just ugly.
Yeah, man, I'm telling these niggas that, man, that shit is ugly, dog. That's
His game
football
ugly, bro.
basketball. That shit is
Honestly,
ugly.
he looks like he low key is like a Slim Hulk playing basketball. That's what he looks like.
He's a monster.
Like,
That's what you're saying.
So what does Zion look like
I
then?
mean, you can say whatever you want. Yeah, I mean, he's a big like he's a great player, obviously, but his game is just his game just not pretty, bro. Like I don't like watching him play.
Nah, trust me, I get what you say. I do get what you said, but I like LeBron. I don't know. I really do. That's one of my top
honestly,
players.
my favorite. Like I like LeBron when he was in Miami. Like not gonna say I liked him, but like I was more of a fan of him in Miami. But like, and maybe like the last year, or probably like early on in Cleveland. But like his game, man, like as he developed, like yeah, he's a great passer. He's all your different things or whatever. But like when you really come down to it, bro, like that's why people don't say he's just like the hardest dude to guard in the league, because when you think of somebody that's hard to guard, you think of somebody that like they have counters for days, right? Like, and then they can still hit that thing regardless of where they pull up or whatever they do. Like they can, like whatever you do defensively, it doesn't matter. Like LeBron has like 4 moves, and then he just got dimes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and nobody
honestly,
can stop him. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying people really can't stop him. But like, I'm just saying personally, I'm just not a fan of his game. I went to see him play for the first time this year against the Mavericks, and to me, the thing I was most impressed about, and y'all probably think I'm crazy, but like the one thing I was most impressed about with LeBron is like he never jumps off his feet on a closeout. Like he always contests, and he never jumps on a contest. So like he's just so fundamentally sound. But like other than that, his game, man, that shit just I don't like watching it. Like it kind of makes me mad. Like it actually makes me extremely upset because I love the Lakers. Like I'm a diehard Laker fan. I ain't these new fans. They got favorite players. They don't got a favorite team. No, I am Lakers through and through. But just LeBron, like, don't get me wrong though. I hope he bring that. I hope he brings 17 to the crib. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna talk, but he's just not. My bad. I ain't trying to go on a tangent, bro. But
now, I like.
Hey, R.I.P.
Like
the GOAT of my time though, Kobe.
I like the whole thing.
Facts. Do y'all think on this note of NBA being back, do y'all think this is gonna be the blueprint of letting the top 16 teams in the league?
Yeah, I thought they was already trying to do that. And I thought he was trying to do that at one point, or just talking about it more.
Yeah, it was in talks, but do y'all think it's gonna happen now that that's basically what they're doing now, right? You understand that?
Make the best teams. Yeah.
I don't think they're doing that. I think they're playing.
It's still the best, like the best teams in different.
Oh, yeah. So they're still. Oh, okay. I thought it was the best in the league.
They're just gonna have play-ins for the 8th seed. That's it. They're gonna have play-in for the 8th.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, I don't think they should do that 16-team thing, man. To be honest with you, like
I think the issue with it was, let's say the Lakers had to play like Miami, and then having to play one game in Miami, then go to the Lakers, and then come back to Miami. Like that whole flying back and forth is the issue. But I mean, to me, they can have it in one general area or 2 general areas or whatever, and just go like that, like they do in college. But I don't know.
Is that in regards to what resources? Because the NBA has unlimited resources.
No, I mean
it's just a lot of traveling. I guess
it's like the travel aspect. I think
for the players
is the only reason why it won't happen. It wouldn't happen.
Am I missing something? Is that not what they do in the finals?
Exactly.
That's not what they do already in the finals?
Yeah, but think of it this way, though. That's what I'm saying. So think of it this way. Say the Lakers and the Celtics play in the finals, right? That's one series like that. Right. But say like the first round of the playoffs, you get Lakers versus Boston and Clippers versus Sixers and Sacramento versus Miami. And you got all that traveling in the first round. Yeah. Say I don't know, in the second round you get Clippers versus Boston. Yeah, same thing. So it's like now instead of just one series like that, you got damn near you could possibly get 8 series like that. So now, and especially now, like with the whole COVID thing and them losing all that revenue, they're not trying to spend that revenue on travel because yeah, they have unlimited resources. They still got to pay for that shit.
That
There's
makes
some
sense.
capacity. They still have to. There's people that got to pay for it. So it's
Yeah, that makes
like
sense.
you know, it's that could be the challenge. Well, that would be the challenge.
That makes sense.
No.
Yeah.
Get that money back though.
Hey, but
Yeah.
since we talking NBA, if there was one team, bro, if there was one team that y'all think has like a chance to win the title that nobody would expect, what team would it be?
That nobody would expect.
Yeah, like so you can't pick. Obviously, you're not gonna pick the Lakers. Yeah, somebody you don't expect.
Lakers,
Like,
Clippers,
somebody
and Bucks.
Yeah, like obviously you're not gonna pick Lakers,
Okay.
Clippers, and Bucks. One team that's like you put money on them to go to like at least get to the finals. A sleeper.
I got to pick somebody from the East.
Sixers?
It would be somebody from the East.
Jay, relax.
Sixers.
In the East, I would pick Miami. I like Miami.
You know, I still got the.
Sixers or Miami?
I like Miami.
Yeah, I like that. Sixers or Miami?
I don't like. I ain't gonna lie with the Sixers. I don't like Embiid and Simmons together.
Yeah, they getting too ahead. Like, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with them niggas, bro. Them,
They had the opportunity.
nigga
Was
won't
it last
shoot.
year or 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Trying to break that shit up.
Even when they had Jimmy Butler. But that was last year. Shit.
Last year, Jimmy,
That was the year they had the chance.
That was that
There
window.
you go with this.
They would.
I mean, I blame Ben Simmons for that.
I'm saying the Bulls straight up.
Stop being biased, there.
You will tell me I'm wrong.
You are wrong.
My fucking squad.
They ain't even 22.
Oh,
Hey, watch your mouth.
Just being honest.
you know Brooklyn out there though.
Brooklyn 29.
I don't think they will make it.
No,
Yeah,
I wasn't
bro.
saying that, but I'm just saying in
Yeah,
general.
bro, don't start, bro. Hey, bro, I still got
I'll
your. Hey,
probably go with Miami too.
So if Kyrie and KD playing right now, they the best team in the East.
easy.
I wouldn't say that.
Easy.
You think they got a better core than? Do you think they got a better core team than the Bucks?
Not the Bucks.
I would the way I wouldn't already give them that top spot as far as being the best team because it's more than basketball outside of two players, and they gotta be able to gel well. Like we saw with Miami their first year, they didn't gel well.
Mhm.
So, do I think that they will be the best team?
Keep going.
Yeah.
Of course, I
'cause
think that.
When I think about the Bucks, I'm thinking about a legit 8 or 9 players. Legit. When I think about the Nets, they probably got a good 6, 7 legit players.
Oh, hold up, bro.
Name 7.
Bro, hold up. They got 5 niggas that can get 50. You got Kyrie.
Okay.
Durant,
Okay.
LeVert, Dinwiddie. What's the other dude name? Huh?
That's
Talking
about
about
it.
a
Well,
white
that's no. I'm saying that's 4 guys that can get 50. Like I'm saying that's 4 guys that can go get 50. They still got their big, obviously
get
DeAndre
50?
Jordan. That can
Yeah,
go
that's
get
Jordan,
50.
uh-huh.
He not gonna get 50. You know what I'm saying? Like they got 4 guys that can get 50. Then think of it this way, right? The Bucks, they're like a unit. Like they play as a good cohesive unit. But like outside of Giannis, and Giannis don't really got no go-to move like that. Like who are you really scared of? You go to the Nets.
Chris Middleton?
Imagine, like,
Bro, you scared for one, you scared of their D. They probably got the best D in the East. And you scared of how they play together.
bro, that's okay.
I don't care how many people you got in the team that can score 50. Can they play together? Do they play D?
You're right. No, I'm not saying okay, but in this situation with the corona, right? They had this long layoff. Their team is based off continuity, playing together. That's disrupted in a time like this. Like, say, for example, that came back. Imagine being in the park with Kyrie, KD, and just a bunch of other niggas that can just go, right?
Yeah.
So like, and I'm talking, and I know I said the part. It sounds crazy, but like the Milwaukee Bucks, there's no guarantee that they're gonna be able to have that same continuity. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like if they're not clicking like on all cylinders, I'm taking KD and Kyrie over Giannis and Middleton. Cause like, yeah, you're gonna say, okay, the Nets, they're not gonna be clicking on all, but they got two niggas that you cannot stop. That they could, and they got enough role players that they could figure it out. If Milwaukee's not clicking on all cylinders. Now, yeah, Milwaukee's defense is great, you know what I'm saying, all that good stuff. And they clicking, yeah, it'll be tough. But like if they just kind of, it's almost like, bro, if it was just like the preseason, they all were just, they damn near started over. Like you're not giving KD and Kyrie a shot against Milwaukee? KD and Kyrie? And then not to mention you got Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie was averaging 21-7 this year. And he would be their third best player. So say you sit one of those guys or whatever,
I put LeVert
like
over
all
him.
of them can you put LeVert over Dinwiddie?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, Dinwiddie was averaging 21-7. So those are stats.
I just go back to those comments where he's talking about he didn't want to play against Giannis, stuff like that. You know, that coward shit.
Bro. I lost some
So
respect.
that's why I think that next year he's gone. But I mean, we'll see.
Bro.
I think the team is going to end up changing up.
That's a big loss.
But it'll be exciting to see.
I don't know. I pick cohesion over 2 stars, man. Because when you think about,
I get you like on that, like yes, but I'm saying in this specific situation with Corona, if they were to come back, there's no guarantee Milwaukee gonna be clicking like that.
But
There's
I
no
feel like
guarantee, and if they're not,
but I feel like with Milwaukee, they already have chemistry for a few years now, so it ain't gonna take long, if any time, really, for them to click. Now you got a difference on how you have to adapt when you KD and Kyrie are on the court as far as the role plays. It's a different. I got to play different now, especially if I'm LeVert and I'm getting the ball probably like 15, 16 possessions. You get KD, you Kyrie. My shit might drop down to 7 or 8 possessions.
Just to give y'all a heads up, we got 4 minutes left on this meeting.
Okay.
So.
man, that's crazy. This ain't going by fast.
Yeah, 40 minutes fly by when you're talking. But
go
like,
back to what he said about the NBA coming back, I think it would be an asterisk on whoever wins based off of the fact that any other team who's played other than the closeout, they didn't have no break.
damn, Jay.
If a team win now,
My bad. I thought I muted it. Hold on.
Goddamn.
Shut up.
Who is that? I lost my train of thought. But I don't know. I agree with Darius. I feel like they should wait.
You said if a team wins now, what?
I think it will be an asterisk. And I say that because like they had like what 5? They're gonna have a 4-month break, so everybody will be healthy. Won't be no issues. Like when you think about all the other teams who won, like they didn't get this break. Like they had to play straight through injuries, all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's
something they do bring up that the year Miami won. They do bring up that the fact that it was a lockout every now and then.
Yeah, they'll literally say, "Oh, you know that was the year of Corona." So
and that's what I mean by asterisk. That's what I mean by asterisk. People are just gonna say, you know, that was the year of Corona, right? Does it matter? Yeah. Absolutely not. Are people gonna remember this 10 years from now? Probably not. But that's what I mean by asterisk. People gonna say, "Oh, that's that year they had the Corona."
And then you know another thing they brought up was the background noise. I think, my opinion, they should put a mic'd up court and just listen to them talk. You know, I don't care what they say, bleep out what they catch, but you know how entertaining it would be.
Yeah, it would be very. I think it'd be even more entertaining, honestly. But
it really would be.
That's not gonna happen.
I always want to know what NBA players like.
How about NBA Pass if they do that?
Yeah, real talk. I would definitely bootleg it. I would say I paid for it. I'd find a way to bootleg it.
I agree.
But
Hey, brother, just so y'all know, LeBron wouldn't have won in 2012. They would have called that foul when he fouled KD on that shot at the end of game 2. Y'all want to be real.
Sound good.
OKC was going to go up 2-0, and they let LeBron get away with that foul and a jump shot on KD. That would have changed history. He wasn't winning no title. He wasn't winning no title when going down 0-2. I'm just saying.
Bro, the only reason the OKC lost to Miami is because James Harden played like trash. James Harden giving the same effort he played when they played against the Spurs, they beat Miami.
Oh, yeah.
I don't hear that noise. And he killed the Spurs.
He did.
He's the reason they beat us.
Yeah, he the reason. But he went against Miami. I don't know why. Boy froze up.
You on to something.
Yeah.
But that's what if.
Mm-hmm. We're not gonna do that though. You know, what if? But
even with that, they still was about to go up 2-0 on Bron. Even with that, they was still about to go up 2-0. That's just crazy.
They talk about Bron. KD averaged 30. He was averaging 30 that series. They don't talk about that. He was killing LeBron that whole series.
That's why niggas talk about that. They talk about, KD didn't do nothing to LeBron until he got Golden State. No, he was giving LeBron work. He's been giving LeBron work. Don't do that.
Hey, we less than a minute left. It's gonna shut off. I'm just gonna say that I appreciate y'all, coming on the call, and next time we'll be on.
LeBron winning the ship.
All right, Jay.
Hey, what's up?
All right, fellas.
All right, man. Y'all take it easy. Be safe and have a good